Hello my fishy friends. Today we are in Mashiko. We're going to be fishing this pond here for bass. Bass are an invasive species here in Japan. I ended up getting some bass lures when I went to a fishing show. A lot of soft plastic. I don't normally fish with soft plastic, so I'm going to give it a try. Oh! Almost. Okay, that was my first cast and I already got a hit, so I might have the right idea with a pink worm, and I think this is called a Wacky Rig. It's so light, it's hard to cast even with the ultralight. It also sinks very slowly. Watch, I don't get another hit for the whole day. Oh! I think it's a tiny one. Alright, it seems like a more subtle twitch. I think there's small fish in here is part of my problem. I think that the small fish aren't quite big enough to take such a big worm, so maybe I'm questioning this. Do I have a shorter pink worm? Maybe that would be ideal. Like, it's getting hit. Okay, I could just shorten this one. I mean, I got a ton of them for very cheap. Not sure if this is even long enough, but I'm going to try a really this is the shortest one I have in here, and I think it's actually a part of a larger one that broke off. I could just cut the pink one shorter. I have more pink ones. See how it looks. That doesn't have a, it's too short. There's a little movement. We could try it. See how it goes. There we go. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Oh, it's a good one too. Oh, lost the worm. I can see it come off. Come on, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Big fish for an ultralight. Well, and the angle and not having a net. Ta-da! Oh! Hook came out, but I caught the fish. Steep sides. I could have worn my actual pure hiking boots instead of the hybrids, I guess. I think the hook's in my shorts. Alright, we have a bass coming in at largely 31 centimeters, I would say. So bass, generally known as black bass in Japan, are invasive. They're not native. In some waters they're tolerated. This one doesn't have a kill sign for them. However, I am going to keep this one, and it is going to become a Gyotaku. So he's going to become art practice. I didn't bring my Kijimi, so I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. There's a bit of a perception in Japan that bass are dirty fish and bad eating, so a lot of people don't eat them. Oh, I forgot how hard their skulls are. Make sure I got it. There's a perception that they're kind of dirty, so a lot of people don't eat them. So that does make it kind of difficult because you catch them in these ponds where they want them removed. Most people are like, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to throw it back, so they become waste a lot of times, unfortunately. This guy's becoming an artwork. It's one of those things where I get why more and more places are banning soft plastic, because, you know, you look at it, I lost the worm during the fight, and I am sure that is not an isolated incident. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of worms come off of this type of rig after they get hit. Whoa! Did you see that? Hope that got caught on tape. We just had a big one jump. So I've been seeing a relatively big bass hit things on the surface, mostly bugs. So I'm gonna try this guy, who's topwater, obviously. I also think this would be good for the local catfish species in the canal. So to be honest with these, I'm not sure if I should just do one like solid retrieve, just let it keep going, or if I should be like go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing with this. So we're gonna go hit a few more spots with this lure, and then we'll try changing it up. Maybe I'll try a minnow next, and then back to soft plastics and a Wacky Rig. Actually, that's the first time I've caught a bass on a Wacky Rig. So I think this lure is supposed to be imitating a cicada that falls into the water. It's not cicada season yet. God, those things are loud. Oh! He didn't get hooked? Oh, that's disappointing. Fishing is funny mentally because you'll be like, oh, well, just take a few more casts with this lure. And then your lure gets one hit and you're like, I need to keep using this lure. I need to cast it 20 more times. Because that just happened to me. Like, I know academically I've oversaturated now with this lure. Especially because this is a very, I guess you could say, oh, yeah, he just, look, those two fish just looked at it and swam the other way. I know it's oversaturated now and I need to change lures, but there's that part of your brain that's like cast it again, you got a hit. Cast it again, you got a hit a few minutes ago. All right, let's change to one of our jointed minnows. Give that a try. And then, if those don't work, go back to the Wacky Rig. That was kind of fun. So I try to be extra careful about equipment here because I actually lost a phone in here. It was like January or February. It was snowing, and probably, I think it was right about there. Dropped my phone, slid in into the water. I dived in after it, but this actually goes for a long ways, and I couldn't find my phone. There's also the problem of now I'm wet. It's January, February, it's snowing. I actually kept fishing for like another half an hour until I got really cold. That was kind of funny. Wife was pissed. We're under artillery attack. Tell you what, I do love the love of pyrotechnics in Asia. They're in there. Let's see if they'll take a goldfish. Oh, that was a good one. That was a carp though, I think. It's starting to rain again. We'll do some soft plastics, the Wacky Rig for a little bit, and then I guess it'll be time to wrap up this whole operation and go to my friend's cafe, get some coffee, maybe a snack, and head home for some artwork. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, thought I had it. Should have let him run with it a little more. Little bass. That's cool. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but I could see him hit the worm. Let's see. We'll do tail. Uh, 21-ish centimeters, still pretty good. All right. Bass number 2 for the day, quite a bit smaller. Still fun to catch. Normally, depends on the body of water. Look, there's not a sign here. This pond is known for bass, so I'm gonna put him back. There's other bodies of water where I would not put an invasive species like a bass back in, but they kind of allow it here. It's tolerated in a few places, so back in he goes. I like to end my fishing on a good note. It's not that I have to cut off the hook and reset it and put the worm back on if I was gonna keep fishing. It's not because I'm okay, it's because I'm lazy. And it's 10:30 now. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pack up. I'm gonna go to my friend's cafe, and now we come to the art side of today's little show.